Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Layla by Eric Clapton, one of the beautiful Patty Boyd tunes. And this is a little weird. If you follow the original recording, actually, the Derek and the Dominoes Layla is actually up a half step from what we're going to be talking about. Eric's preference really is to kind of play it in live versions in D minor, and that's what we're going to kind of follow. And it's going to kind of match the unplugged version, too, and we're going to talk about some different styles, actually, through the tune so that you can match, hopefully, either recording that whichever recording you're listening to. But it is a little weird because the original recording is up a half step, so you have to add one fret to everything that we're talking about, or capo on first fret, which is a little weird. But we're going to start out with kind of the original idea, actually, kind of, and there's this really cool lead lick, actually, that kind of comes in on this, where you could play 10th fret on the B string and kind of do a hammer on the 13th fret on the B string. And then we go to the high U string and do a hammer-on pull-off, back from 10 to 13 to 10. And then we go back to 13 on the B string, and then back to the 10th fret on the high U string. So we're going 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 13, 10. And then we take 13 on the high E and then bend it, and then play 13 straight up, and then 12 on the high U string, and then 13 on the B, and then 10th fret on the high U string. And then we almost kind of start that lick over again. We go back to that 10, 13, 10, 13, 12, 10, 13, 10. But then we go to 15 on the high E for a bend, and then 15 straight up, and then 12 on the high E, 13 on the B, 15 on the B string. So that is the main idea there, is that 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 13 bend, 13, 12, 13, 10, 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 15 bend, 15, 12, 13, 15. So you want to kind of follow that. And actually that lick is kind of coming out of a really cool jam scale, if you want to play around with this, called D minor pentatonic. Actually, it's a 5-note scale kind of working off of D minor. And we're going to talk about that D minor chord in a moment. But if you want to just kind of follow that pattern, you'd have 10 on the low E string, 13 on the low E string, and then 10 and 12 on the A string, 10 and 12 on the D string, 10 and 12 on the G string, 10 and 13 on the B string, and then 10 and 13 on the high E string. So that's kind of where that lick is actually kind of coming from. And those ideas, actually, the hammer-ons could be a cool idea through that pattern. Pull-offs could be a cool idea to jam with on that pattern. Hammer-on pull-offs like Eric's doing, or bends actually through that. So you may want to kind of make up some stuff too if you want to kind of jam with Eric. Now, like I said, the Derek and the Dominoes, you'll have to move it up a half step. So you have to add one fret to everything we just talked about. But in the original recording too, it's more of a rock kind of feel. And so you could actually kind of substitute in power chords to kind of back up our main chorus. So we'd start on a D5 power chord. And when we play D5, first finger goes to the A string on the 5th fret, third finger goes to the D string on the 7th fret. And if you strum just the A and the D string, then that sounds a D5 power chord. And then from the D, then we're going to be sliding that shape down to 2 frets to kind of a C note. So now we got kind of a C5 power chord, doing first finger on the A 3rd fret, third finger on the D string 5th, and then if you take that shape and then slide it down to the 1st fret, then that's a B flat 5 or power chord. So now you got first finger on the A string 1st fret, third finger on the D string 3rd fret, and so we got D, C, B flat, and then we go back to C, and then D, D5, C, B flat. And sometimes there's this really cool little lick where he goes to low E on the 3rd, and then 1st fret on the low E string, and then kind of hits the C5, and then goes 5th on the low E string, and then 3rd fret on the low E string, and then kind of hits the D5 at the end. So you got D5, C, B flat, 3, 1, C, 5, 3, D, D, C, B flat, 3, 1, C, 5, 3, D5. So you want to kind of play around with that to kind of back it up. So that would be kind of a rock style kind of idea. And the chords that would actually kind of back that up, that would start on a D minor chord. When we play D minor, first finger is going to go to the high E on the 1st fret, second finger is going to go to the G string on the 2nd fret, third finger is going to go to the B on the 3rd fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, then that sounds a D minor chord. It's kind of a skinny 4 strings. It sounds really sad. And then from the D minor, we're going to be going to a B flat major chord. There's actually several different ways you might want to kind of approach this. You could do first finger as kind of a bar over the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 3rd, third finger on the G string 3rd, pinky on the B string 3rd. That sounds a B flat major. For myself, actually what feels better is to kind of do this as a double bar. Now for myself, what actually feels better though is to do that B flat as kind of a double bar, doing the first finger across the entire 1st fret, third finger over the D, G, and B strings to kind of make that B flat major chord. Another possibility, if you want it to sound a little bit more jazzy, actually would be well, if you want it really easy, you can make smaller versions of that chord by doing first finger on the high E first fret, third finger on the G string third, and the pinky on the B string third. And if you strum the top 3 or the top 4 strings, that's another way to play B flat major. If you're a little bit more adventurous, you can get your second finger to kind of go in on the D string on the 3rd fret and thicken it up a little bit. Or if you want it to sound really jazzy, you could substitute in something called a B flat major 7. And the way you play B flat major 7 is still a 1st fret bar. And then you do second finger on the G string 2nd fret, third finger on the D string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the B string on the 3rd fret. And that's called B flat major 7. It sounds really, really groovy, happy. And then from the B flat, we're going to be going to a C major, kind of where we were doing the C5, kind of in the rock version. So then we have first finger going to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now, if you're kind of digging on the bar chords, though, you could kind of do that as that same shape that we were doing for the B flat major as a double bar, but now doing it on the 3rd fret. So you're kind of digging on that. You could work it that way, and actually, if you're digging on the bars, you could even do the D minor as a 5th fret bar with second finger on the B string 6th fret, third finger on the D string on the 7th fret, pinky on the G string on the 7th fret. Or if you lift off the pinky, then that would make it a D minor 7 if you wanted it to sound a little bit more jazzy. So you'd have kind of D minor, B flat, C, D minor, or D minor, B flat, C major, D minor, just depending on how you want to kind of feel it. Now, a lot of times with a song like this, though, to kind of support my voice, I like using some things called strum patterns. And to kind of support my voice, I like using some things called strum patterns. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So if you took the D minor and just tried that out, you have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So another way that you could kind of work it through the chorus is you could do kind of halving the strum pattern like on each chord. So you could do kind of a down, down, up on D minor, down, down, up on B flat, down, down, up on C, down, down, up on D minor, and kind of start it over again. So you have D minor, down, down, up B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, D minor, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, D minor, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, D minor, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, up. Or if you're kind of digging on this, you could take that strum pattern and half it. So you could do the D minor with kind of a down, down, and then hit the B flat for an up, down, up, and then kind of do the same thing for the C and the D minor. So you have C with a down, down, D minor on the up, down, up. So you got D minor down, down, B flat on the up, down, C on the down, down, D minor on the up, down, D minor down, down, B flat on the up, down, C on the down, down, D minor on the up, down, D minor down, down, B flat on the up, down, C on the down, down, D minor on the up, down, D minor on the down, down, B flat on the up, down, C on the down, down, D minor on the think about adding to that as bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down, up, the down, down, up, down, up, you could throw a bass note for the chord. So on the D minor, if you're doing a root position, you have the D string for your bass. If you're doing the bar D minor, you'd have the A string for your bass. And then on the B flat major, you'd have the A string for your bass. And on the C major, you'd have the A string for your bass. So C with an A bass, down, up, down, up. So another way you could work it is you could do D minor with kind of a bass, down a B flat with a bass, down a C with a bass, down a D minor with a bass, down a D minor with a bass, down a B flat with a bass, down a C with a bass, down a D minor with a D bass, down. Or you could kind of do the bass down on the first chord, up, down, up on the next chord, and then kind of do the same thing for the C with the bass, down D minor, up, down D minor with the bass, down B flat on up, down C with the bass, down D minor up, down D minor with the bass, down B flat on up, down C with the bass, down D minor up, down D minor with the bass, down B flat on up, down C with the bass, down D minor up, down, up. Now if you want to, you can kind of make this a little bit more syncopated, and this is very close to what Clapton's doing in the unplugged version, by doing kind of a down, down, B flat on the up, down, go to the C for the up, down, then hit the D minor for the last up, down. So you have D minor with a down, down, B flat on the up, down, C on the up, down, D minor on the up, lot like that recording. Actually, it's working a lot off the bass notes. So you start out with the open A, third on the A, open D, but then you do an up on the D minor chord, and then go to the A string for a third fret to first fret, and then hit the B flat with a up, down, up, and then we go to the C chord for kind of a bass up, and then 3 on the A, and then open D, up, and down, oh, and then we have to start over. So we got O, 3, O, up, 3, 1, B flat, up, down, C, bass, open D, O, 3, O, up, 3, 1, B flat, up, down, up, C, bass, open D, O, 3, O, D minor, up, 3, 1, B flat, up, down, C, bass, open D, O, 3, O, up, 3, 1, B flat. And then at the very end, you kind of have this kind of C push with 2 downs, and then we hit the open A, third fret on the A, to lead into our verse part. And on our verse, we start on a C sharp minor. The way you play C sharp minor, normally this would be a 4th fret bar, a 2nd finger on the B string on the 5th fret, 3rd finger on the D string on the 6th fret, and the pinky on the G string on the 6th fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C sharp minor chord. Now, just like the B flat there, you could kind of make smaller versions of this. So if you want to make it slightly easier, you could do 1st finger on the high E on the 4th fret, 2nd finger on the B string on the 5th fret, and 3rd finger on the G string on the 6th fret. And if you strum the top 3 strings, then that sounds a C sharp minor. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could take the 3rd finger and go to the D string on the 6th fret and add the pinky in on the G string on the 6th fret for a C sharp minor. And then from the C sharp minor, we're going to be going to a G sharp major chord. And really, if you're on the bar of the C sharp minor, all you really have to do is move 2, 3, and 4 and shift them towards the ceiling 1 string. So now I've got kind of a 1st fret bar, or a 1st finger bar over the 4th fret, 2nd finger on the G string 5th fret, 3rd finger on the A string 6, and the pinky on the D string 6. Or if you wanted to, you could kind of lift off the pinky and make that a G sharp 7, which would be a little bit more bluesy kind of sounding. And then from the G sharp, we're going to be going to a C sharp minor. And then there's this really cool little walk down, actually, where you do that C bar that we were doing earlier. But then if you take that shape and kind of slide it down 1 more fret, that makes it a B major chord. So you kind of have C, B, and then we'd be going to an E major chord. When we play E major, 1st finger is going to go to the G on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the D string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord. That sounds really, really happy. And then from the E major, we're going to go into an F sharp minor chord. When we play F sharp minor, 1st finger is going to go across the entire 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 4th fret, pinky on the D string 4th fret. If you strum all those together, that sounds an F sharp minor. Or if you wanted to, you could lift off the pinky and make it an F sharp 7. Or if you kind of dig in on the F sharp 7, you could take the pinky and add him in on the B on the 5th fret, which would be another F sharp minor. And then from there, we'll be going to a B7 chord. And actually, one really easy way, if you're digging on the bar chords, is you could have 1st finger on the 2nd fret bar, 3rd finger goes to the D on the 4th fret, pinky on the B string on the 4th fret. And that sounds a B7 chord, or B dominant 7. A root position B7 is also possible too. You can do 1st finger on the D string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the A string 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the G string 2nd fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the 2nd fret. And that sounds a B7 chord. And then from the B7, we're going to be going to an E major chord, and then we go to an A major chord. When we play A major, 1st finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the G on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the B string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord. And that's kind of our turnaround. Actually, we do that part again where we go back to F sharp minor, B7, E major, A major, and that sets us up to go back to the D minor. Now, there's a couple different ways we could work our verse. If we're doing the big chords, we could kind of work it as just a down, down, up, down, up. There's a couple weird spots where we got that C sharp minor, and then the C, B, you may just want to do is kind of a down, down, up, and then kind of hit the C with a down, B with a down. And then when we hit the last part, that F sharp minor, B7, E, A, everything is kind of half. So you may want to do just kind of down, down, up when we hit those chords at the very end. So if we tried it all the way through our verse, we'd have C sharp minor with a down, down, up, down, G sharp, down, down, up, down, C sharp, down, down, up, C, B, E, down, down, up, down, F sharp minor, down, B7, down, down, E, down, down, A, down, down, F sharp minor, down, down, B7, down, down, E, down, down, A, down, down, up, and you'd be going right back into your chorus. Now if you wanted to add bass notes to those, On the C sharp minor bar, you'd have the A string for your bass. And then on the G sharp major, you'd have the low E string for your bass. And I guess if you're quick enough, you could actually kind of get that C sharp minor with kind of the bass down up, hit the C with a bass down on the B. Or you may just want to kind of keep those as kind of down hits. Or bass up could be kind of cool. And then we go to E major for kind of the bass down, up, down. So E's got a low E bass. On the F sharp minor bass, you got the low E string for your bass. On the B7, you got the A string for your bass. And on the E, you got the low E bass. And then on the A, you got the A string for your bass. So we try to do our verse with bass down, up, down, up. We'd have C sharp minor with an A bass, down, up, down, G sharp with low E bass, down, up, down, C sharp minor with a bass, down, up, C, B, E major with low E bass, down, up, down, F sharp minor with low E bass, down, up, D7 with an A bass, down, E with low E bass, down, A with an A bass, down, F sharp minor with low E bass, down, B7 with an A bass, down, E with a low E bass, down, up, A, down, up, and then you kind of get set up there, or you could even do just kind of a big A hit at the very, very end of that verse too. Another way that you may want to do it is kind of halving the last part actually, where we have the kind of the bass down, up, down kind of idea going before. So we tried it that way. We'd have C sharp minor with an A bass, down, up, down, C sharp minor with low E bass, down, up, down, C sharp minor, down, up, C, B, E with low E bass, down, up, down, F sharp minor with low E bass, down, B7 on up, down, E with low E bass, down, A on up, down, F sharp minor with low E bass, down, B7 on up, down, E with low E bass, down, up, to kind of go back to the even kind of working that bass note. If you're following the unplugged version. Now if you want it to sound rockier, you could throw in power chords for all of those chords that we were just doing. So instead of doing C sharp minor, you could do a C sharp 5. So you could do first finger on the A string, 4th fret, third finger on the D string, 6th fret for that C sharp change. And then if you drop those strings to the E and the A string, or go up towards the ceiling, you'd have first finger on the low E 4th fret, third finger on the A string on the 6th. That would be a G sharp 5. And then you could go back to the C sharp 5, slide it back 1 fret for C5, slide it back another fret for a B5. So now you got first finger on the A string, 2nd, third finger on the D string, 4th. And then the E5, you could play just open E and the A string on the 2nd fret together. And then if we go to F sharp 5, kind of working just the low E string, 2nd fret, third finger on the A string, 2nd fret. And then we could go back to the B5, go back to the E5, and then for an A5 we could just do first finger on the D string on the 2nd, kind of play the open A and D strings together. So you'd have F sharp, B, E, A. And if you want to make that even thicker, you could kind of work downs through that actually. A really punky way to do it actually would be kind of doing right hand muting on the saddle, and then kind of adding in downs through all of those chords. So we basically have 8 chords on everything except for where we're halving things. I guess the weird part would be the C sharp where we got the 5 or the 4 hits, C for 2, B for 2, E for 8. It could be kind of a cool thing. So now it sounds like Metallica Layla, which is a little weird. But we could try it that way. We'd have C sharp 5, G sharp 5, C sharp 5, C, B, E, F sharp, B, E, A, F sharp, B, E, A. So you could kind of work it that way too. Now another strum pattern that kind of hits me though actually, and this is very akin to actually how Clapton used to do it with Derek and the Dominoes, which is a 16th note strum pattern. And right now what we're doing with our strum patterns, we're dividing that into 2 parts actually, or our beat into 2 parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is, it is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the feel of the old version actually is more kind of a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you take the D minor and do a down for 1 and then up on 4, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you'd be doing it up on 2, down on 3. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And on the third beat, you'd be doing it up on 2, up on 4. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, 1 up, 1 up, up. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, chorus part. The weird part is we do our down, up on the D minor, B flat with the down, up, down, up, C with the down, up, and we hit the D minor for the down, up, down. So we have D minor down, up, B flat, up, down, C down, up, D minor down, down, D minor down, up, B flat, up, down, C down, up, D minor down, down, D minor down, up, B flat, up, down, C down, up, D minor, down, D minor down, up, B flat, C. So you may want to kind of play around with that, and you could throw in basses with that too. You could have the bass up on the D minor, and then B flat with the bass, up, down, C with a bass, up, and the D minor with the bass, up, down. So we have D minor with the bass, up, B flat bass, up, down, C bass, up, D minor bass, up, down, D minor bass, up, B flat, up, down, C bass, up, D minor bass, up, down, D minor bass, up, B flat, up, down, C bass, up, D minor bass, up, down, D minor bass, up, B flat, up, down, C. And then we'd have that open 3 to kind of lead us into our verse part. And if we tried that through our verses, we could have the C sharp minor for kind of our all the way through the pattern, G sharp minor through the whole pattern. And then when we get to the C sharp minor CB, we'd have C sharp with kind of the bass, up, and then C with a kind of a down, up, and then hit the B for the down, down. And then we'd have the E with kind of the whole pattern, up, down. But then we could kind of have the F sharp minor B, E, A, kind of like we were doing in our verse. We could have F sharp minor with the bass, up, B7 bass, up, down, E bass, up, A bass, up, down, F sharp minor bass, up, B7 bass, up, down, E bass, up, down, and then kind of go back. So that might be kind of a cool thing to try. So if we tried that through that whole verse, we'd have C sharp minor with a bass, up, down, C sharp minor with a bass, C sharp minor with an A bass, up, C, up, B, E with low E bass, up, down, F sharp minor bass, up, B7, E, A, F sharp minor, B, E, A. Oh, but so that might be kind of a cool thing to try too. Now something else that might be kind of cool is to try fingerstyling through the tune. And actually this is a little weird, but your thumb basically with fingerstyle kind of becomes your bass player for the D and the A and the E string. Your index finger ends up playing the G string, middle finger takes the B string, and the ring finger takes the high E string. So basically you could kind of work some really easy finger patterns for the song this way. You could kind of start out on the D string for kind of your bass on the D minor. And then when you hit the B flat major, you could switch to the A string for your bass. And if that's slightly muting actually for you, you could even switch which strings you're kind of working the index middle ring on. So if you wanted to, you could kind of work it that way and kind of do thumb for your bass notes and then kind of keep index middle ring actually for the rest of the chords. So a really easy fingerstyle version of this. We can be doing D minor with the D bass, B flat with an A bass, C with an A bass, D minor with the D bass, D minor with the D bass, B flat, C, D minor, B flat, C, D minor, B flat, C, D minor, and then, but then we have our open 3 to kind of lead us into our verse part. So we tried that through our verse actually. We'd have the C sharp minor twice with the A bass, G sharp with the Louis bass twice, C sharp minor, and then you may want to kind of just use all your fingers to kind of block in kind of that C B change, and then we'd have the E major all the way through twice, F sharp minor, B7, E, A, F sharp minor, B7, E, A, kind of blocking that last A too. Or you could even kind of take those bass licks that we were doing and kind of split that up between the bass or the thumb for your bass, and then kind of use your fingers for your chords. So you'd have the O3, O, D minor with index middle ring, 3, 1, B flat with thumb or a chord, and I'm kind of filling that in bass chord, and then C with kind of a bass, fingers, bass, open D. So that might be kind of cool to kind of try and work it in. Might take those licks from the intro on the unplugged version and kind of work them in that way. You kind of work it as a fingerstyle strumming the. Could be a very, very cool thing to kind of try, kind of working fingerstyle through that part. But anyway, that might be something else you want to kind of play around with, is kind of trying that same idea, but then kind of keeping it fingerstyle. So there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of work that all the way through. So we kind of covered some rock, some folk, some fingerstyle, to kind of the blues through that too. So, but that's the basics of what you could do to kind of design Layla for yourself, actually covering it out. You may want to take whatever way works for you and kind of figure out how you want to cover it out. But that's the basics of how you play Layla. So good luck!